Good afternoon from the Second Age of Reason. We are here in the ruins. And what do we find in the ruins? It says, Mr. Ez, Frodo lives. It's an interesting exclamation. And people write graffiti all over the place. I mean, some people say it's an eyesore, and perhaps some of it is. But I see some of it sometimes as like calligraphy, as art. I know people don't want to hear that because, you know, there are some kinds of paint and magic markers that are illegal for children or youth to buy because they might do stuff. You know, but you wonder when you find graffiti, what was behind it? Wonder what is going through their little minds when they scribble their scrawls. You know, sometimes you might say they're juvenile delinquents. Perhaps. Maybe they're just out for fun. Maybe they have an important message. Maybe it's sort of like a symptom. Ah, yes, classical graffiti calligraphy. What's it say? I don't know. But to me, it has a style to it. It almost looks Armenian or something. On this little parapet at the lake. And there's things that are interesting to explore. I see some more down there. And like I said, some call it an eyesore. I think it's almost sort of it's sort of like a symptom of our society. Things that there are good things about our society and there are bad things. And children at certain ages, they begin to want to, you know, they have some sort of creative impulse, and this is it. And we don't know what it says. I suppose it'll say the right thing to the right person at the right time. Oh, here's a crack in the ear. How nice. So we just follow it. And at some point, we interpret. We interpret what we find, what we see. Does it make sense? Is it nature of a sort, where nature puts into us an impulse and we have to let it come out in some way or other? So, that's where I leave this. I'm going to go down the stairs if I can, just to see if there's anything interesting there. These bars here are saying, well, maybe you shouldn't go down there. And it does look rather disheveled. Let's go see. I'm always in for an adventure. And I fit between the rungs. Barely. Made it. Now, we must be very careful because the railings have been removed. We wouldn't want to become too comfortable. Let's go and peruse this material. Do you think that in 1,000 years some archaeologists will unearth this and say, I wonder what it was? Was it some ritual? Was it homage to their gods? or to their emperor Smiley Snail. They had this sort of glyphic writing. It looks as though they may have had a problem with obesity in their culture. Hence the writing looks very fat and fatted up. And here we are. Was this like a room layout? What does it mean? Let me look here at these markings. Were they ever meant to mean anything? Oh well, here's part of the railing that once was and now isn't. Let's go down the stairs a little again, one more time. The autumn leaves are just lovely, aren't they? Ooh, there's something else. We know their initials, but someone else from 1,000 years from now would say that's the name of some king. So, then we walk down here and we see, there's another pedestal or something. What was on there once? They would say probably I had a statue of some god or some emperor on those things. As we walk past the various natural outcroppings, there's some beautiful blue things in there. Where from and what for, I have no idea. But when you walk to these deserted places and you find stuff, makes you wonder. This was once more forested. As you could see, something came through and shaved off some of the foliage. Something down there too. Ah, of course, we have a little bit of nightshade growing in here. Ah, how interesting. Artifacts. This here is what we call milkweed. Produces little flying fluffy things like dandelions. It's a weed. Let me look here. There's a sudden drop off. And I am not up to jumping it. Again, if you could see here, there seems to be another inscription. Fascinating. You are now witnessing archaeology before the archaeologists get here in about 500 or 1,000 years. It's in the process of getting old. It's not of any interest or significance yet to most. But we'll see. Once, I believe, this is a pavilion of some sort overlooking the Great Lake. I think the water came up closer to that where the vegetation line is, but the water level has dropped about 2/3 of a meter, thanks to some not so good engineering. Yeah, there could have been a stairway here once upon a time, but it is now long gone. So, that was our adventure for the day. The artisticness of graffiti and its archaeological significance. I'm sure when somebody discovers this, they'll just laugh. They'll say, That must have been faked, because we all know what the real purpose of those things was. Of course they know. They have their botched up, rewritten history just as we do. That is all for now. Be seeing you.